There are a lot of different programs that you can install on your computer, and even more that you can use directly from your internet browser. I could try to teach you how to use every one of these, but for each one that we learn about, a dozen more are being created. With a wide variety of programs to choose from, it's usually the responsibility of each user to choose which ones they like the most and then learn how to use them on their own. But some programs are just so important and widely used that I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't teach you about them. These important programs are called productivity software because they're software that allow you to produce information in a variety of different forms for yourself and for other people. In this unit, you'll learn the basic functions of the three most common types of productivity software and have opportunities to practice using them yourself. Let's get into it. Productivity software is used to produce information in all kinds of different forms. You can produce a short story and print it out for others to read. Or you may decide to produce a presentation to convince your instructor that they should take you on a field trip to the aquarium next week. Or maybe you play a sport and you want to produce a performance tracker that can automatically calculate your stats after each match. Each of these is a different product which can be produced using productivity software. The lesson videos in this unit will showcase three specific programs: Google Docs, Google Slides, and Google Sheets. But you are free to use any similar programs that you want or already have experience with. Other programs will have similar features to the ones we demonstrate in our lesson videos. The icons just might look a little different. It's not required that you practice using these programs, but you'll learn a lot faster by personally playing around with all the different features than you will by just watching a video of someone else using them. We've even provided performance tasks in the lesson PDFs to guide you through trying out the features yourself. And you can earn bonus gold or scoops for doing so. You learn and you earn. It's a win-win situation. If you don't have productivity software installed on your computer, no worries. Luckily, Google Docs, Google Slides, and Google Sheets are all available for free for anybody with a Google account. If you don't have an account, ask your instructor or a trusted adult to create one for you so that you can practice what you're learning throughout this unit. Before we get into the ways different types of productivity software can be used, let's learn about a feature nearly all productivity software has: the File menu, which contains options for manipulating the computer files themselves. Let's take a look at some of these options. The first thing you will want to do when using any sort of productivity software is to create a new file using New. This creates a brand new blank file for you. Once you've done some work on your file and want to make sure you won't lose what you've done, you should save it. There are two options to do this: Save As and Save. Save As gives you total control over how the file is saved. You can name it and choose which folder to save it in. Otherwise, all your files will get saved with random names in the same place. And after last unit, I'm sure I don't have to tell you what a mess that would be. Once you're happy with the file's name and location, you can skip those steps by just using Save. This saves the file with the same details that it was saved with the last time, so you don't have to bother setting them every time. Some online productivity software, like the Google software we'll be using, doesn't actually have these options for saving. Instead, they auto-save every little change you make, so you'll never lose your work. The Open option can be used if you want to open a file that has been previously saved. When you click it, a window displaying your folders and saved files will appear, and you can choose which one you want to open. When you've completed your work and are ready to share it with others, you've got a few different options for how to do so. If you'd like to give a paper copy to somebody, you can choose the Print option. This will bring up a window where you can choose which printer to print from, how many copies to print, and a bunch of other settings. Some productivity software has a Share option. You can use this to grab a link to send to other people, or you can share it directly to them with their email address. Finally, online productivity software often has a Download option, which downloads your work as an offline file to your computer. This way, you have a copy you can use or share with others even without an internet connection. Let's get a quick preview of the 3 types of productivity software you'll learn about in this unit. The first is word processing software. Word processing software is mainly used to produce formatted text documents, such as books and reports. We'll demonstrate all the ways you can format text in word processing software using Google Docs, but other word processing software will have most of the same features. Presentation software is used to produce presentations full of different types of information, including text, graphics, audio, video, basically any form of information you can think of. We'll be using Google Slides. If you choose to use a different program, be aware that there is a lot of variation between presentation software, so the available features may be completely different. The third type of productivity software we'll learn about is spreadsheet software. Spreadsheet software uses a grid-style design to organize information and can perform automatic calculations as the data changes. Spreadsheets are typically used for math purposes, like financial planning and budgeting, but they can also be a great way to organize and sort information quickly, like tracking family chores. We'll be using Google Sheets, but most spreadsheet software will have similar functions. Until next time, remember, your brain is the smartest computer you'll ever have, so keep it charged and never stop updating it. See you next time!
Hey, hey.